Hello, my name is Kent Schlichtemeyer, and I'm a professor at Concordia University in the Masters in Coaching and Athletic Administration program. I've been a teacher and a coach since 1978, and I am so thankful that God called me to become a teacher and a coach, for I am probably never happier than when I get a chance to teach. And I really applaud you for entering the teaching and coaching profession. And I truly believe that there's nothing greater that we can be doing with our lives than teaching and coaching. As part of this course this semester, I plan to incorporate devotions each week into our modules. And I pray that you'll find these devotional thoughts to be helpful to you as you strive to become better leaders. Today, you can see the title of this devotion is titled The Two Most Important Sentences in History. And I'd like to set this up first by introducing you to a familiar insect, for some of you, called the bombardier beetle. Now you have to forgive me, I'm a former biology and anatomy physiology teacher, so I love to talk about science whenever I have the opportunity. And this bombardier beetle, I don't know if you've ever studied it, but this beetle, this tiny insignificant insect, has the ability to mix two chemicals in its body to create a gas 213 degrees Fahrenheit. So that when a toad or a dog or a predator is about ready to snatch this insect up and eat it, this beetle will shoot this gas into the face of the predator and scurry off to safety. This is an amazing phenomena in nature that we can't duplicate as efficiently in our laboratories with our sophisticated computers. This bombardier beetle has the ability just like that to create this gas 213 degrees Fahrenheit to be safe from death. And I look at this beetle, and there are many people in the world who would say that this beetle happened all by chance. But I'm telling you, don't you believe it. This beetle, for me, tells me that there must be a God. This beetle is a thumbprint of God. Another example in nature, if you consider the distance of the sun to the earth, that distance is perfect. If we were a little bit closer to the sun, it would be too hot. If you're a little bit farther away from the sun, it would be too cold to sustain earth on this earth. But that distance, that tiny insignificant statistic, is perfect. So again, I'm led to believe that there must be a God. Or if you take just one more example, you take a look at the human eye. You know that we all have this dark circle in the center of our eyes called the pupil. And this pupil, when we turn the lights off, will dilate. It will get bigger, just like that. We don't think about it, we can't control it, but automatically it gets bigger to allow more light to get to the back of the eye, the retina. And then if we suddenly go out into the bright sunshine or turn the lights on, that pupil will immediately constrict and get smaller to preserve, again, the sensitive rods in the back of our eyes. And again, as I look at just this one little example in nature, I'm led to believe that there must be a God. And there are countless other thumbprints of God everywhere we look in nature, in the world around us. So I believe, Kent Schlichtemeyer believes with all my heart, that there must be a God. And so I'm led to believe that the first and one of the most important sentences in all of history is the very first sentence in the Bible. The very first sentence in the Bible reads, "In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth." My friends, if you can believe that sentence, you can believe all the other sentences that come after. You can believe that Daniel survived the night in the lion's den. You can believe that Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego survived in the fiery furnace. You can believe that Moses was able, with God's help, to part the Red Sea. You can believe that Jesus walked on water. You can believe that Jesus healed the lame. And you can believe this second most important sentence in all of history, that John 3:16, that says, "For God so loved the world that he gave his one and only Son to die for us, that whoever believes in him shall not perish, but have eternal life." My friends, those two sentences are the most important sentences in history that you and I are called to embrace in our lives and to internalize as we live our lives. Those two sentences give us great joy as we live our lives today. Those two sentences give us great perspective for the decisions that we need to make tomorrow. And those two sentences give us great clarity on where we will spend eternity. It's my prayer that you and I will become much more familiar in this course and throughout the course of our lives with all the sentences in the Bible, because these sentences will enhance our leadership and will help us become much more impactful leaders in the lives of many as we serve today as teachers and coaches. May God be with you in your study here at Concordia University.